is Nick, and this is Trans Guy Reacts. I react to women's basketball, collegiate or professional. Today, I'm going to talk about the WNBA and the press and social media coverage that has been happening. Before I get into the video, if you are an old fan, if you are a new fan, and you want to learn about the context and the history of the WNBA, I have 20 plus years of experience of watching it and following it. This is the channel for you. It's definitely going to be biased opinions, but this is a great channel for you. If you only like one team or one player, this is not the channel for you. Please go ahead and dislike this video so I do not show up in your feed anymore. But with that, let's get into the video. I do want to talk about the press coverage that we've seen. Obviously, I did make a video about the Angel Reese, Camila Cardoso, and Brenna Maxwell coverage from the Minnesota Lynx. I'm sorry, the Chicago Sky, and how terrible it was compared to the Minnesota Lynx coverage for Alyssa Peely, compared to the Los Angeles Sparks coverage. Anyone else, Seattle, anyone else's coverage has been pretty bad comparatively. But LA took the cake recently because the LA's coverage is usually pretty good, but they did a press conference recently, and it was absolutely terrible. It came out on May 1st. It's called LA Sparks Basketball 2024 Media Day Press Conference. It is literally like 3 hours long. It's very in-depth. It's not cut up. It's just one long video of the press conference. And it was also, their media day, so they're all dressed up and they look good. But the audio for it was absolutely terrible. It was unlistenable. It was embarrassing, okay? Embarrassing. Very bad. I try to consume as much content about the WNBA as I can. I love it. This is a passion of mine. I don't get paid, clearly. I'm not making any money on these videos. I do this out of like the goodness of my heart, or whatever you want to call it. I love women's basketball. But it was so hard to watch. I couldn't even watch it. Like, I tried to watch it, and I was just like, this is just so terrible. I don't understand why it wasn't chopped up into the smaller pieces. I don't know why it wasn't edited. I don't know why no one cared about the audio. Oh my God. And it wasn't just them, it was the whole venue, because I looked at other journalists' coverage of it, and they had the same bad audio issues. So it was really just the venue and the situation and how it was set up. It was really unfortunate because, like, the ladies, they looked so beautiful. They were dressed up for their photo shoots and all that for media day, and it was just like, it was just unwatchable. I didn't even want to watch it. Like, that's crazy. Like, of course you don't want to just say like the thinking about the women's looks and like as a draw-in for people, but that's part of it. Like, sex sells, and like, you're like, damn, I don't even want to watch them. I don't want to look at them because the audio is so goddamn bad. Anyway, and I think about looking at the Indiana Fever and how much they've invested in their media, their audio visuals. It's night and day. When you're watching the Indiana press conferences, the players, they're just really good coverage, and it's equal across the board, and I do appreciate that. Although I will say, if you look at the views, it's incredibly skewed. Obviously, like, Clark gets a lot of views, but even in that, like, this league is 70% black, and so that, the ratio is there. It's mostly a black league of black women, and these new fans, I'm gonna assume a lot of them are from Iowa, or Iowa fans or whatever, are not looking at the black players the same way, because you can just see it in the coverage and the views. The numbers are blatantly there. You can't just say like it's not happening. So you can't tell me that it's not racially biased. I can see it in the numbers. It's in my face. Numbers don't lie. So, I love, no offense to Katie Lou, no offense to Lexi Hull or Caitlin, but they're fit. They fit that pretty white girl aesthetic. And when you look at the videos of them in it, they have way more views than the other players. Way more views. Considerably more views. I would say, obviously, Grace Berger gets a bit forgotten. She's really quiet, and she doesn't really post on social media that much. She's not like out here trying to look pretty and stuff. She's just like, I'm a baller. That's what I do. And then Christy Wallace is an Australian player, so there is that crossover isn't there just yet in terms of people following international players. They just don't get as much attention. And the last big Australian player was Lauren Jackson. So, but the reality is, they just look at the numbers. Like, Aaliyah Boston gets a lot of views. Erica Wheeler gets okay views, and then everyone else gets really shit views. And you could say, oh well, people don't know who they are, and it's like, well, if you support this team, why wouldn't you watch those videos? Why would you only watch? You see that they're all coming out at the same time. You see that they were all posted, but you choose to only watch the videos with the white players. So it's a you problem. You guys are the fans. It's you're the problem. So it's really annoying to see. It's really frustrating, but what I can't control what people watch. But I am disappointed that you see the that people don't that care about the other players, especially players who have done so much for this league, and it is the way that it is. And these young players wouldn't even be here without them, and they know that. They're very respectful and very differential to the vets. It's just like trying to get these new fans on board, and that's why I say I'm not really here for new fans who only care about one team or one player. Like I am not about that. I love women's basketball. I love all of women's basketball. I watch the NCAA. I watch the WNBL, the Australian League. I watch Athletes Unlimited. I sometimes catch USA basketball, or I'll watch like the Euro League if it's on. Like I watch women's basketball. I love all of it. I am not looking at one player and being like, oh my god, I just want to suck on her clit. No, okay, I love everybody equally, and it's just really disappointing that a lot of new fans are not about that. And whatever. It's what can you do? I can't force people to not be racist. Like I'm not gonna try. But it's disappointing, and I hope that with time, these new fans do see how much better the other players are, or equally as yoked as these new people that they like, and things change. But time will tell. I don't know. Racism's hard. It's really hard for people. And the league is gonna have to deal with the homophobia, because like this league is very gay. I remember I counted once, and of the out players, based on their social media, and it was like 35%. It was like 35% of the league was gay. That's high numbers. That's some high numbers. That's like, and the general public is gonna have to deal with that, and like, are they gonna accept it? I don't know. I mean, this country is incredibly racist and homophobic. You got black women, the most disrespected group in the world, and a lot of them are gay. Put those together, it's just real challenging. So